Hello, Yankees fans. Today we have some incredibly exciting developments to cover. And if you're a true follower of the Bronx Bombers, you will definitely want to stay tuned because things are heating up in ways that could redefine this offseason. The team is already taking steps to retool after last season's tough loss in the American League Division Series against the Blue Jays, and the focus has quickly turned to the outfield, which has become the most talked about position on the roster. With Aaron Judge locked in as a cornerstone and Trent Giesham having accepted his qualifying offer to stay in New York, the question on everyone's mind is who will fill that remaining starting spot. The Yankees are actively exploring options to bring back a familiar face in Cody Bellinger, who opted out of his contract, and have also been linked to top-tier free agent Kyle Tucker. Adding a player of that caliber, however, has significant implications for two of the team's most electrifying prospects, Jasson Dominguez and Spencer Jones, whose futures could be dramatically impacted by the arrival of a superstar. Jasson Dominguez, often referred to as the Martian, has been one of the organization's brightest young talents. Before last season, he was considered the top prospect in New York, and although his year was cut short due to a serious UCL injury that required Tommy John surgery, he still managed to appear in 76 games across the minors and majors. Dominguez primarily patrolled left field and spent some time as a designated hitter, showing flashes of offensive brilliance that hinted at his immense potential. At 22 years old, he delivered results that were promising, including 10 home runs, 23 stolen bases, and a weighted runs created plus of 103, which is league average. However, his defense remains a major concern, as metrics indicated he struggled significantly in the field. With a healthy Giancarlo Stanton expected to occupy the designated hitter role, the Yankees face the challenge of finding a place for Dominguez where his glove deficiencies won't limit the team. Despite these defensive struggles, his offensive upside makes him a valuable trade asset. Moving Dominguez could bring back immediate contributors who might strengthen the major league roster, whether that is a bullpen arm, rotation piece, or another high-impact player. Meanwhile, Spencer Jones presents a very different profile, but carries equally tantalizing potential. Standing at 6'7", this left-handed slugger is a classic power prospect who captured attention across the minors last season. He demolished Double-A pitching with 17 home runs and 25 stolen bases in 122 games, then continued his dominance in Triple-A, posting an astonishing 19 home runs in just 67 games, achieving a weighted runs created plus of 185. Yet, Jones comes with a considerable caveat. His contact rate is a concern. He has consistently struck out at a high rate, over 28% at every level since 2023, and in Triple-A last season, his strikeout rate ballooned to 36.6%. Trading Jones now could allow the Yankees to capitalize on his enormous power output while mitigating the risk that his strikeout tendencies could hinder him in the majors. Even with these challenges, other teams might be willing to take a chance on him due to his pedigree as a former first-round pick and his recent performance surge, which makes him one of the most intriguing trade chips the organization has to offer. The alternative of keeping both prospects comes with its own complications. If the Yankees secure either Bellinger or Tucker, roster space becomes extremely tight, and it would be difficult to integrate Jones and Dominguez as full-time players. Without a clear path for everyday playing time, adding them could potentially slow their development, especially for Jones, who might be relegated to Triple-A again at age 25, signaling uncertainty about his readiness for Major League Baseball. There's been talk of platooning Dominguez, a switch hitter, with a left-handed Jones, but Dominguez's struggles against left-handed pitching make that approach tricky. Realistically, even if both remain on the roster, they would likely rotate between designated hitter and left field, never settling into a full-time role. The decision on who to trade or keep will fall squarely on general manager Brian Cashman, weighing Dominguez's speed, base running, and consistent offensive contributions against Jones's raw power and higher risk profile. It is a monumental choice that could define the Yankees' approach to the outfield for the upcoming season. Adding another layer of intrigue, the front office has not shied away from making bold moves in response to rival teams' offseason maneuvers. After the heartbreak of last season's ALDS against the Blue Jays, The Yankees have been actively searching for ways to build a rotation that can rival any in the league. A blockbuster trade to acquire a top-tier starting pitcher has been discussed, potentially bringing in a proven ace to complete what could be a historic pitching staff. This move would not only strengthen the rotation, but send a clear signal that the Bronx Bombers are fully committed to competing at the highest level. Alongside these developments, there is also significant excitement surrounding the pursuit of premier international talent. Japanese ace Tatsuya Imai has emerged as a target, with circumstances shifting in the Yankees' favor as competitors appear to step back, clearing a potential path for New York to land a high-caliber pitcher with a penchant for thriving under pressure. The combination of savvy trades, strategic prospect management, and aggressive pursuit of elite talent is setting the stage for an offseason unlike any other, with the Yankees positioned to make moves that could redefine their lineup, rotation, and overall championship potential. From outfield dilemmas to the possibilities of blockbuster trades and international signings, the Yankees' decision-making over the next few weeks will shape the future of the franchise. Every prospect evaluation, every trade rumor, and every negotiation has the potential to impact the team in profound ways. As discussions around Dominguez and Jones continue, the strategic choices made by the front office will determine whether these young stars develop into cornerstone players or become trade assets that bring immediate value to the major league roster. Meanwhile, pursuing top-tier starting pitching remains a priority, balancing the need for proven performance with long-term sustainability. The opportunity to acquire a pitcher like Peralta or IMI represents a chance to solidify the rotation in ways that could rival the best teams in baseball. Fans should pay close attention to every announcement, every report, and every signing, because the Bronx Bombers are actively positioning themselves to compete not just in the division, but for the highest stakes in Major League Baseball. As we continue diving into the Yankees offseason, the focus now shifts to how these potential moves could dramatically reshape the team's dynamics and roster composition. The addition of a high-profile outfielder like Cody Bellinger or Kyle Tucker would not just fill a gap in the lineup, but create ripple effects that impact strategy, player development, and the overall identity of the club. With Aaron Judge firmly established in right field and Trent Giesham holding his spot, the Yankees face a decision that could define the careers of both Jason Dominguez and Spencer Jones. The team must weigh Dominguez's proven speed, versatility, and offensive upside against the raw, unparalleled power that Jones brings to the plate, while simultaneously considering how each fits into the long-term vision of the roster. Dominguez's defensive struggles make it difficult to hide him on the field, yet his bat remains compelling enough to attract strong trade offers. Trading him could bring immediate reinforcements, perhaps strengthening the bullpen or rotation, addressing areas that were exposed during the playoff defeat against the Blue Jays. Spencer Jones, on the other hand, represents a tantalizing opportunity for the Yankees to cash in on a prospect who has shown exceptional power potential. Despite concerns about his contact rate, his performance in Double-A and Triple-A last season was staggering, demonstrating a rare blend of strength, speed, and athleticism. The Yankees' challenge is to balance his development with the need for roster flexibility, ensuring that his talent is maximized without compromising his progression. Holding on to both players is an option, but it comes with limitations. Without a clear, full-time role, the risk of stagnating their development increases, particularly for Jones, who may face another season in Triple-A if there is no spot for him on a major league roster. The idea of platooning Dominguez and Jones is complicated by Dominguez's difficulties against left-handed pitching, further emphasizing that any roster decision must be strategic and forward-thinking. The choices made now will influence not only the 2026 season, but the trajectory of the franchise for years to come. Off the field, the Yankees front office has been actively analyzing every potential avenue to strengthen the team. Following the Blue Jays' acquisition of Dylan Cease, it became clear that the Yankees needed to respond decisively to remain competitive in the American League East. A major trade to acquire an established ace, like Freddie Peralta from the Milwaukee Brewers, could immediately transform the rotation into one of the most formidable in baseball. Peralta's past season performance was exemplary, posting a record of 17 wins and 6 losses with a 2.70 earned run average and 204 strikeouts across 176 innings. His ability to consistently deliver quality starts makes him an ideal fit for the Yankees, especially considering the injuries that have plagued their starting rotation. Pairing Peralta with Garrett Cole, Carlos Rodon, Cam Schlitzer, and Max Fried creates a 5-man rotation capable of competing against any team in Major League Baseball, offering a depth and stability that has been lacking in previous seasons. Financially, acquiring Peralta for under $16 million per year is a savvy move, allowing the Yankees to maintain payroll flexibility while significantly improving the rotation. This strategic approach ensures that the team can pursue additional moves, whether that involves strengthening the bullpen, securing another outfielder, or investing in key prospects. The opportunity to add a 2-time All-Star ace at a reasonable cost is not just a tactical advantage. It sends a message to the rest of the league that the Yankees are committed to building a team capable of contending for a championship immediately while maintaining a sustainable financial structure. Fans should be encouraged by the organization's proactive approach, as it demonstrates a willingness to take calculated risks to secure elite talent while protecting the long-term future of the franchise. Meanwhile, the pursuit of international talent like Tatsuya Imai adds another layer of excitement to the offseason narrative. Imai, a premier free agent pitcher from Japan, has garnered significant attention from multiple teams, yet recent developments suggest that the path for the Yankees to acquire him is clearer than ever. The San Francisco Giants, previously considered strong contenders for Imai, appear to be cooling on the pursuit, focusing on less costly pitching options. This development removes a major obstacle for the Yankees, who are now in a prime position to negotiate with one of the most talented arms available. The timing is crucial, as the Blue Jays' recent moves indicate a shift in their focus toward the bullpen, lessening the competition for top-tier starting pitching. This combination of circumstances has created a window of opportunity that the Yankees must act on decisively. Imai's proven ability to thrive under pressure and his competitive demeanor make him an ideal fit for the Bronx Bombers environment, offering the potential to add a dominant arm to the rotation while also energizing the fan base. The Yankees' approach this offseason illustrates a careful balance between strategic risk-taking and calculated long-term planning. Each decision, from the potential trade of Dominguez or Jones to the pursuit of Peralta or Imai, has significant implications for the team's competitiveness and identity. The front office is navigating a complex landscape of player evaluations, trade possibilities, and international signings, all while maintaining a focus on immediate performance and future development. Fans can anticipate a flurry of activity in the coming weeks, with negotiations, trade rumors, and official announcements likely to dominate the news cycle. This period of the offseason is pivotal, as the choices made now will determine whether the Yankees emerge as a powerhouse capable of challenging for the American League crown or face lingering questions about roster construction and depth. But before we continue, please remember to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the latest news about the New York Yankees. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments. Whispers spread through the baseball world last night as Bryce Harper reportedly confirmed a lightning-fast agreement with the New York Yankees, sending shockwaves across front offices and fan bases alike. The buzz began quietly, a lone comment overheard in a clubhouse corridor, but it grew into a full-blown storm within hours. No official announcement has surfaced, and insiders insist that every party involved is maintaining a careful silence. Still, the murmurs carry a conviction that feels too heavy to ignore. Sources close to Harper describe him as energized and restless, as if he had been waiting for the right moment to make a dramatic leap. The idea of him slipping into pinstripes has stirred imaginations across the league. Observers claim he has dropped several subtle hints about wanting a new challenge, a new market, and a stage even bigger than the one he already commands. And few stages are bigger or brighter than the Bronx. The Yankees, for their part, have long been linked with splashy moves, But this rumor has a different tone. It feels sudden, almost impulsive, the product of a lightning strike conversation that escalated into a handshake. Executives reached out for immediate comment, but responses consisted only of tight smiles and carefully chosen words, fueling even more speculation. Fans outside the stadium swear they've seen familiar silhouettes moving through back entrances, though no one has produced anything more than grainy descriptions and excited retellings. What makes the rumor even more tantalizing is how abruptly it surfaced. There were no slow leaks, no extended negotiations drifting through the news cycle. Just a burst. Harper, Yankees, deal done. Whether it's real or merely the latest spark in the offseason rumor mill, the baseball world is now humming with possibility. Yankee supporters are already imagining his swing-carving line drives into right field, while rival fans are bracing for yet another chapter in the franchise's superstar-filled history. Nothing is official, nothing is confirmed on paper, but the whispers aren't fading. If anything, they're growing louder. And until someone steps up with a denial or the long-awaited announcement, the Harper to Yankees rumor may be impossible to ignore. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the New York Yankees, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.